My name is Doug Schuster. Our farm name is Westfield Properties. I started working here when I was 14 years old from my uncle. This is where my uncle and my dad and my other uncle and my aunt all grew up here at the family farm. But I was 14 years old when I decided I wanted to come help my Uncle Ted work on the farm. And I grew up on a very small hobby farm in Yakima, but when you get out here in the big hills of the Palouse, it's just real farming compared to just being on a little teeny farm with a couple of cows and sprinklers. So that really appealed to me, driving big tractors around these big fields, very steep hills. It's really fun. I've enjoyed it ever since. Went to college, but I always knew that I was going to come right back here and farm. And fortunately, in about 2001, my uncle retired and we were able to take over the farm full time. Raised both my girls here, and it is the best place to raise a family is on a farm, in my opinion. I've integrated a mostly no-till type seeding situation here to try and minimize the amount of erosion off these hills. It drives me crazy when the dirt comes off the hills. It needs to stay up there where we can use it, not in the lake. So we do a lot of minimum till type stuff, trying to save the soil. We have a rotation, a 4-year rotation basically, with wheat, barley, spring wheat, and our off-season crop is either canola or it has been in the past peas. We also have a fair amount of cattle. We have about 85 head of mama cattle at this time. That keeps us plenty busy in the winter. And we're about 100 acres of feed hay, whether that's alfalfa or grass that we bale and put up. And it's really fun right now having Aaron back with me on the farm after a little tour in Seattle for a couple years. But this is the reason why you farm, is to raise good quality kids and good quality crops. Oh, why did we start the YouTube channel? Thank you. We started it because I think it's 2% of the population. Our voice isn't heard enough. You know, we make your food. We make your beef, we make your wheat, and we make your canola. You know, what we do here. We make the food that feeds you. And I don't think that people know enough about farming to realize what a joy it is, and of course how much work it is. And you know, the work is excellent because your job is your work and your work is your job. So it's a good way to let people know what it's like out here on the farm to raise, you know, everybody's food. And it's something that needs to be told. It's a story that needs to be told, whether it's trying to minimize erosion or putting up good quality hay. These are all fun stories, you know. And then working in the shop in the wintertime, there's an awful lot of fabrication that goes on in there, whether it's painting or fixing, you know, just working on stuff all the time. Every day is a different adventure. That's why we wanted to put it out there so people could see. There's a lot of videos out there already, and I enjoy watching them. But my daughter also has a video channel, her and her boyfriend, called Bums on a Boat. And so we've been following their videos for a couple of years now at least. And it's just really entertaining to watch them live their lives the way they do, which is totally different than this, but this is interesting as well, in my opinion. So that's why we started wanting to put out videos. In closing, I hope that you guys enjoy watching what we do. It's obviously very new for us. We're just gonna throw some things out there and see if we get any views, and if you enjoy what you see, obviously you got a thumbs up and you got to subscribe. I know that, but we'll just see what happens. It's just gonna be another part of what we do.
I'm Aaron Schuster, and I am Doug's daughter, obviously. He and I farm together. I've been farming with my dad for about a year now, but I actually grew up on the farm, so I've been doing what I'm doing now for a lot of my life. When I went off to college, I kind of thought that I wanted to get the heck out of Dodge and do something else with my life, so I got a construction management degree and I moved to Seattle, and I lived in Seattle for 2.5 years. And then I kind of decided that the city life really wasn't for me, and I wanted to get back to my roots, back to where I grew up. Farming is so much a part of my family's history, and I really wanted to be a part of that myself. So I moved back here and I started farming with my dad. And yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last year now, just kind of learning to be more a part of the operation and all the stuff that I really wasn't that involved in as a kid. You know, growing up on a farm is a pretty unique experience. Not a lot of people get to experience that nowadays, so I'm really thankful that that was a part of my life, and I just want to continue that, and hopefully my kids will have a chance to grow up on a farm someday. We decided to start the YouTube channel because we just want there to be more education out there about what it's like to farm and everything that goes into the process. I know there's a lot of misinformation out there about everyone's food and just how it's handled, and about just what's going on in general. So we wanted to put our perspective out there just so that we can kind of put a face with agriculture, and hopefully people will, you know, get a little bit better understanding of farmers from watching our channel. And we're gonna try and show, you know, the shenanigans of what goes on, because it's a lot of fun what we do out here, but also to provide a little bit of educational content. Maybe there's some things that we do that you don't know much about, so comment, ask questions. We are happy to explain, you know, what we're doing here, and sometimes we don't know exactly how much people know or what to show, so we would really appreciate your feedback. So if you like our channel, we'd love for you to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, because, you know, we're trying to get this stuff out there. So thanks for watching.